Hey, Joe from Mindshore here. Let's discuss why philosophy is so important. I got 3 points that I want to make. Number 1, we humans must be able to use our minds to deal with reality. Number 2, false premises leads to bad results. And number 3, integrated concepts lead to success. Number 1, we humans must be able to use our minds to deal with reality. If you look around you, you'll see all kinds of objects that are needed for humans to live. Houses, cars, smartphones, orange juice, roads, etc. People had to make these objects, and to make them, they had to think. In your daily life, you'll be much more effective at achieving happiness if you're good at using your mind and you understand reality. For example, let's say that you live in a place where when you close the door, it becomes locked. If you have used your mind to build good habits, you'll never forget your keys inside and you will not lock yourself out. Or let's say a car makes a sound and you know a bit about cars, so you can take preventative action before the car breaks down. You are able to navigate the problems that come up every day in an effective manner, and thereby you get the experience that you're good at dealing with reality. Not having good philosophy is like having your arms cut off, or rather, like having your mind cut off. A person not functioning well on the conceptual level has an organ that is not working well, and is the most important organ in the body. On the other hand, a person who is using his mind consistently will identify reality more and more accurately, and will find it easier and easier to navigate reality. Just like a baby makes a lot of mistakes at first, but then becomes better, so also a person who is mentally active becomes better at navigating reality and achieving success. Point number 2. False premises leads to bad results. If a person has false premises, the person is acting not in accordance with how reality is, but according to a distorted view of reality. This can be lethal, especially if sustained over a long time. A very simple example: if a person assumes that he can cross an intersection between a train and a car, even if it's red light, he might get into serious trouble. If a person assumes that he understands how government should work and votes accordingly, but he and many other people have false premises somewhere, the result is really bad, including starvation and death for many people. False premises leads to bad results. Point number 3. Integrated concepts leads to success. A floating abstraction is an abstraction that is detached from instances. For example, if I say benevolent universe premise, that might be a floating abstraction to some people, maybe to most. Such a person cannot have a 5-minute discussion on instances of this premise. They cannot give example of people who have this premise. They cannot tell how a person feels who have this premise. And they cannot tell why a person feels this way. A person who has done mental work to integrate benevolent universe premise will be able to understand what it means, how to detect it in another person, what implications it has for very many things, including studies, work habits, cognitive abilities, communication, and many other aspects of life. If a person has concepts well tied to instances, then the person can navigate very effectively in the world. Many people stagnate conceptually after a number of years, while others keep growing and accumulating more concepts and integrating them well. The mentally active who integrate concepts generally achieve more success. So summing up, why philosophy is so important. There were 3 points that I made. Number 1, we humans must be able to use our minds to deal with reality. Number 2, false premises lead to bad results. And number 3, integrated concepts leads to success. All of these are aspects of reason. Mindshore will be a society of reason. Thank you for your time.